Well, we're sailing. We're getting like 9 knots of wind. We're going like 4.5, 5 knots. And it's gorgeous out. The boat is doing beautifully. There are birds chirping. It's a gorgeous day. I'm so happy to be sailing on her. But it is going to be my very last time sailing this boat. Ready on main? We just hoisted the sails for the very first time this season. And oh my God, it feels good. This girl does not like to sit. She does not like to sit in a marina. She does not like to motor. She does not like to do anything except for sail, to move. She wants to go. And it feels good to let her. God, I'm happy. We're having to come up a creek, and of course there's no wind. So we had to drop all of our sails, and we're putting along on our motor. And it's just that thing, you know, where when you actually do go sailing, there's no wind, or it's going the wrong direction, or it's 40 knots instead of 20. Rolling around at this
really enormous wave coming our way.
Oh, great.
I mean, like way too big.
I love it when people wake us when I'm down below.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Here she starts.
Jesus! Why was that necessary? We are approaching the confusion zone. It's an area of the map that just says confusion zone. Prepare to be confused. Buddies, you gotta get out of the way. Thank you. Bye-bye. I have not been able to take care of the boat, myself, and my career all at the same time, and I've had to sacrifice one or the other in order to kind of like make it all work. And there have been a lot of times where I had to travel off of my boat for work, and that responsibility looming over me was just so massive. And knowing that I wasn't there to take care of it and like properly look after it the way that I needed to, because a boat like this is a full-time job in and of itself. You know, the amount of upkeep that it requires is massive, and it's worth it. I mean, she's beautiful, she's incredible, she sails like a dream, and she's a wonderful home. But it's one of those things where we tend to really try to hold on to the things that make us happy. So much so sometimes that we keep trying to make them fit into our lives when they don't anymore. You know, my career has really taken off this past year, and it's literally everything I've ever dreamed of. I've wanted this for so long. I've wanted this my whole life, basically. Like, this is my dream. I've always wanted to do this. And I would be, you know, kicking myself if I didn't go after my dreams because I had something that I needed to take care of. So, I'm selling her. And I have this like idea of myself as a sailor, as a person who lives on a boat life kind of person. And I would be kicking myself if I let that idea of who I am get in the way of me chasing my dreams. You know, I want to grow, I want to do more. And I want to sail so badly, and I'll get the chance to again. I will, I absolutely will. But now isn't the time. Now is the time to do other cool stuff. So that's where I am. And I hope that kind of like clears things up, because I know a lot of you have fallen in love with the boat as much as I have. And I know that this might be kind of shocking or surprising to some of you. But I promise it's for the best. So some of it is going in a suitcase, for sure. Not all of it though. I don't think I can fit all of my possessions into a carryable suitcase. This is coming though. I'm never getting rid of this. So I'm not sentimental about a lot of things. Usually I'm super cool with just like, oh, I'm moving to a new place, let me just throw away all my stuff or like donate all my stuff and like pack up and go. But I'm like really sentimental about my Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Like I've saved every character sheet from every character that I or any of my friends have played in like a game that I DM'd for them. And also, when I bought these, it was a splurge, right? Like, they were a ridiculous amount of money for me at the time. I think it's what, like, $17, and I was like, I'm saving up for these spellbook cards. And so, like, I'm looking at them, and I'm like, no, I can't get rid of them. So I don't know what to do. I love them. I love Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I don't want to get rid of it. It might sit in a warehouse. It might sit in a storage unit until I'm ready to come bring out all of my Dungeons and Dragons stuff again. Fancy marina. Fancy stuff going on. Big fancy boats. And little old us. So I figured we should come take a look around, see what we're working with here. And I am desperately trying to avoid finishing up packing. I'm not ready for it. So I ordered a medium-sized SUV, and they gave me this, which I feel like is bigger than some apartments I've lived in. Medium, I could fit 2 of the car I drove around in Mexico in this vehicle. It's huge. Welcome to the Harbor Club. Please enjoy your stay. This place is really nice. Oh, yeah. This feels like a like a sit down and like drink scotch chair next to the fireplace. I want a big like, you know, like a big robe, one of those big like lounging robes with like scotch and like a cigar. This place is like way too nice for us. Normally I wouldn't get close to a place like this because they don't allow liveaboards, you know, because that's not of the right kind of, you know, vibe of the place. But we're selling our boat and we want, you know, it's a fancy boat. She's a fancy girl. She deserves to be in a fancy place. And our broker said that this was the right place to put her, to sell her. So this is where she is. And this is where I am. Not inside here, but outside, all of the lamps are real gas lamps. It's really cool. It's really cool. Every day, somebody comes and like cleans them. I was told that there's a dress code for going up there, so. Do you think pirate hats are included in their dress code? Maybe. Maybe. You never know. This is also incredibly nice. There's a cupola up top, and yeah, it's all just really nice. Taking you into the shower with me. How salacious. Look at all the heads of the shower. And look, there's steam. This place is like the perfect hurricane hole. You can see that there's just like a tiny little inlet creek. A tiny little entrance to this big wide open space, very deep, protected by trees on all sides. This is like the perfect place to leave a boat. I'm glad that she's in here. My dear, sweet, lovely partner is behind the camera here. And on all the rest of my platforms, they are a mysterious, ghost-like figure that never makes any appearances. I do have some running jokes that I don't actually let them get in front of the camera, but they're just jokes. It's just that they're behind the camera all the time. They're like manning all of the equipment. So we don't really know how to film them, but we're gonna figure it out. Hello? I have acquired more boxes. I've acquired more packing materials. This is the third time I've ordered more packing materials because I'm like, okay, we don't have that much stuff. Like, we live in a boat. And then I keep going through all of our belongings and being like, oh, actually, we have a ton of stuff. Like, a ton of stuff. We need way more boxes. So this is the third round of boxes. And it's time to fill them. Well, new adventures are coming. New stuff awaits. At least I know this is the beginning of something new. And I'm ready for it. So I hope you guys are excited about everything that's coming, about this channel, about my travels that are coming up, about my whole life that I'm about to share in like a way more intimate and personal way. I hope you're stoked. I'm super stoked. I'm really excited. I love you, babes. Mwah. We're driving across the country.